The Second Battle of Geonosis just might be one of my favorite Clone Wars arcs that I've decided to rewatch recently. If you just rewatch those episodes together, it feels like its own movie, and I love that the arcs in Clone Wars still feel like that. This is actually a part 2 video, definitely go watch part 1 if you haven't seen it yet, but we are going to be looking at the second half of the landing at Point Rain arc in slow motion today. We found a lot of cool little details in part 1 that we missed on the first watch, and I hope you're in the mood to find some more in the last half. I actually need help with this one here. We'll look at it more in a second, but I'm pretty sure that there's a clone who gets shot with one of the bug's weird green blasters and he actually survives. This is so crazy because every time they shoot the ground with these things, the blast is so big that it can take out 2 clones at once. If this dude figured out the secret, he needs to share it with the rest of us because we lost so many clones on Geonosis. Let's see what else we can find today. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. I'm Michael J. I hope you enjoy this video because if you do, we have an entire series that we've made dedicated to going back and rewatching Star Wars battles in slow motion to find things that no one has seen before. Also, did you know that only like 12% of the people watching this video right now are actually subscribed? Shout out to you guys, you're the best. But if you're not subscribed, what are you even doing? Go down and smash that subscribe button really quick. It's totally free and it helps support the channel so I can keep making fun videos for you guys. Now that we're all ready, let's just jump right into it.
Here we go.
Whoa, how did Luminara Unduli even hit this battle droid? Watch the first droid she hits. What did she even do? What the? Can we get a replay on this? Okay, so lightsaber's on the left side, goes to the right side, and then back to the left. Okay, it just happened so quick because she originally started on the left side, raises it up to the right side to deflect a blaster maybe, goes back left side, right side, boom. She's just going back and forth like it's nothing. Look how hard this cutout of Anakin is with the flare behind it. That's odd. Interesting. Look at that little 360 spin. She's just showing off now. She could have took his head off on the first spin right here and then cut his waist off on the second spin. So she just did a little 360 and hit him twice. That would be cooler than what she did. Cool. I love that Anakin uses the Force here. Sometimes in Clone Wars, they just get too caught up in the lightsaber fights, which is totally cool and just using their lightsaber on the battlefield. But I like to see little Force users too. It's hard. Like, think about it. If you could use the Force and you were fighting a battle, I feel like you would use that more than your lightsaber. The range is so much farther. Maybe it takes more focus though. There you go. See, they got to get creative with it. Use the Force as a little shield. He shoots his buddy and then takes off one head and then a second head and then pushes him into it.
I should go in first. I know the way. Be my guest.
Okay, so when Ahsoka and Barriss go into the Hive nest from underneath, that could literally be its own horror movie in itself. I'm telling you, there's so many little pocket stories in Star Wars that would make for amazing movies. Just little one-off, you know, horror stories or action stories or whatnot. Yeah, we need to keep up the quality, but we also just need more of them made. We were blessed to have Clone Wars come out with a new episode each week.
They're sleeping. We have to find another way.
Holy cow, look at this shot. What a beauty. This is exactly what we want to see. Looks like there's already a guy down here. And then when this guy shoots, it hits and it does that pool effect, which is so cool. And there's a little shockwave that blasts this clone trooper back and this guy. 2 for 1. And the amount of time it takes this guy to realize there's bugs behind him and try to turn around, 4 of his friends get dropped. Look, one right here. This guy gets hit in the waist as soon as this guy gets hit in the chest, except this guy for some reason just walks it off. Okay, so look, this bug right here shoots this guy right here. It looks like this guy with the head right here. There's one guy behind him, this guy, and then it looks like it hits this guy because it's in front of him. But the guy behind him is the one that dies. I'm so confused. Okay, so there's a third guy that dies behind him. This guy here. Okay, so he just gets hit after this guy gets hit. So weird. This is the only guy that survived getting hit with a bug blaster. This guy gets shot forward from the green blast. That's crazy. And this guy gets shot back. Literally 6 guys. This is such a hot zone right here. Maybe 7? Look at this. Droid parts still smoking. Oh, I thought this was like half of a clone body, but it's just crumpled up. Rip. Why is this droid's arm off of the ground? I feel like it should be relaxed. I feel like he's T-posing. I love the way they get shot. They get hit once and then they like bounce in the air and they get shot again. Like them getting shot is what's keeping them in the air. That's so cool. Oof. Okay, so check this out. This guy right here gets shot and just drops his blaster rifle and it just sits on the ground and then he falls backwards. That's a pretty brutal death. Like most of the time they get shot back so hard that they go up into the air and crumple onto the ground. But this guy gets shot, just sits there, drops his gun and then falls backward. Oh, so satisfying to see them chop these guys in half. You would think after so many battle droids getting cut in half after getting too close to Jedi, that when Jedi came up to them in the battlefield, they would start stepping backwards or trying to like create a little spatial distance between them. But no, they just keep marching right into the lightsabers. Oh, I'm so happy they gave us so many of these shots. All right, it looks like she cuts another droid in half here. And then she gets 2 on this swing. It looks like she accidentally cuts this one. She didn't even mean to. She just swings. Wait, did Anakin cut it too? Wait, did they both cut it? Okay, I thought this was Anakin's lightsaber, but his hand is up here. This is his lightsaber. It looks like they both went to cut this droid at the same time. Okay, so Anakin cuts this droid. Droid in question is this one. They both cut a droid there. Okay, so Luminara and Dolly like swipes and kills this one and then comes up and it looks like she taps the back of it. But if we watch Anakin, he cuts this one and then looks like he cuts this one in the process. There's no way he missed it. He's behind it right here. Okay, well, it's only cut in half once. I don't know who missed, but one of them missed. Oof, there go all the cannons. Oh, rip. How many was that? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at least. I'm surprised it didn't take all of them out. If the bug blasters can get 2 with 1 shot, that tank should be able to take that whole platoon out. They're literally all clumped together. That was the perfect shot too. I love this part. Those tactical droids are so annoying. So good. The slow motion. If you didn't know they survived, this would be so sad. I think when I watched this the first time, I wasn't sure if they would survive it. Oh, look at that flattening out that whole battalion. So satisfying. 1 frame and oh, there's 1 frame where they get squished. No one saw that. Why did they even? Oh, I guess you can see it for just a flash, but still, attention to detail is just over the top in this arc. That's so satisfying. I thought it was immediate. I thought it would be 1 frame like in between these two, like right here, and then the next frame is just this. That's so cool. And I get what Luminara's saying, like that she doesn't want to be attached to, you know, make it harder to lose her Padawan when it comes time, but still, she just gives up on her so fast. Nose art time. It almost looks like Dirge from the 03 Clone Wars or Vader even. Is this it? Oh my gosh, it's a clone boot kicking Count Dooku. Are you serious? I have never seen this. This is one of the ones that went more under the radar. I have never seen a picture of this anywhere. Okay, it says it's in Grievous Intrigue, The Deserter, and Lightsaber Lost, but it doesn't even say this episode. I think this one's Weapons Factory. That is really cool nose art. I love that they're using their lightsabers as lights, but also that she's like, here, hold my lightsaber. Like, here, hold the light for me.
Thanks. Mind holding the light? Whatever you're doing, I hope it works, because we'll run out of air long before we starve.
They also talk about running out of air like it's gonna happen in like a couple hours, and then they pass out within like 5 minutes. Okay. I remember watching this and feeling so bad for this group of clones back here that is trying so hard for the life of them to move one little piece of rubble. Well, it's pretty big, but they just sit there and they try, and they never even budge it. They're like talking to each other like, lift, you're not lifting. I swear I'm trying. At least they mean well. It's a good thing they decided to use their force powers or they would have been dead within half hour probably.
Someone's digging.
Wow. Masters. I feel like it had to be so awkward between Luminara just telling her Padawan like, I was ready for you to die. Maybe she didn't like her and she was ready for a new Padawan. The contrast in relationships is so crazy. They're so happy to see each other and then they're like very formal, like, good day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any other battles you want me to look at in slow motion from the Clone Wars, from movies, from the Star Wars movies, any of them. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch part 1. There's a lot of cool stuff we found in the first episode. I will see you soon in the next video, but until then, I will see you in the comments, and remember, the Force will be with you always.